Yes, so I am a physicist by education. I have worked over 30 years now with magnetic materials and applications, and co-founded Magment 6 years ago, looking at using magnetic concrete, which was a technology developed before, patented and developed before, to use this technology for wireless charging of electrical vehicles. We are contributing here is a concrete with magnetic properties that allows the coils that are necessary to generate the magnetic fields for the transmission of energy to be embedded in this magnetic concrete for maximum efficiency and performance. So let me explain what this means. Number one, efficiency can be up to 95% of the energy transmitted arriving at the vehicle. This is due to the fact that the coils are surrounded by this magnetic material, focusing the transmission to the vehicle, so that there is no losses, there is no magnetic fields going in other directions than the desired one. Number two, performance is also related to mechanical performance. Because it's such a robust material, it can be easily integrated into any road or any floor or any other infrastructure, such that this makes this material the ideal choice for wireless charging. Another thing I need to mention is the ferrites are the aggregates, and those ferrites are very commonly used magnetic materials in electronics. What we actually do is we recycle this. So that means that we are having not only a very sustainable type of material, we are also having a very competitive technology. So we do not, by using this material, we do not create higher costs than the ones that are necessary just to deploy wireless charging infrastructure. So this is basically what our technology is about. Obviously, this is related also to other components of these electric vehicle systems like batteries. What we can help in order to achieve zero emissions, which I believe it's possible, is basically to minimize the size of the batteries. In other words, zero emission is achievable the smaller the battery is, and the way to offset the reduction of battery is precisely by offering wireless charging, which is a very convenient and automated way of charging. So in some words, we claim to say more concrete, less batteries. That is probably how you can get zero emissions. One of the natural options is to use those batteries for energy storage. We should be aware of the fact that the more that wind and solar energy take over the supply of energy of this world, the more it's necessary to store this energy, because it's impossible to program when the sun shines or when the wind blows. So the cost of energy storage is one of the key challenges, and giving batteries that have been used in electrical vehicles a second life is a very natural and meaningful choice. So we actually are currently working with non-automotive applications, because automotive is at the very beginning of electrification. If you look, for example, at the field of logistics, especially logistics in warehouses, when you think about forklift trucks or autonomous robots in warehouses, those vehicles are highly electrified. Of course, there is still some gas or diesel-driven vehicles, but you are already at the electrification degree of more than 70%. So that's why we prefer these applications. They are much more needed, because if vehicles can charge as they move, which is what we can do, not just charge in a static way, but just in motion. If that's possible, then you can effectively reduce both the number of vehicles you need for an operation, and also the size of the batteries of those vehicles. And this is, of course, very attractive because it saves a lot of cost, increases productivity, and allows a very sustainable operation. So that's why that's really our preferred application. Another smaller application which is running very well is micromobility, especially for scooters or e-bikes. We're already selling charging stations that are being used for the parking and automated charging of those vehicles. And this is, of course, a smaller application because, as we all know, scooters are, in the verge of becoming let's say, a transportation method. But as long as this is the case and as long as this is required, we're also happy to provide products to that space. I hope that you are able to reach not just techie-minded people, but also people that are concerned about how the future, specifically of mobility, is going to be. And wish you all the best in your endeavors. And hopefully we stay in touch whenever we are able to tell you more about other projects we have in highway electrification and other matters we're working on.